Hello again to all my friends. How are you? What's going on out there? What's up? Yes, I see we have many of the usual suspects with us today. We got YouTube, we got Facebook going on, we got a little bit of everybody. Yes. And Mark and Emmy are happening. Thank you so much. Thanks for checking in. And hello. How are you? It's been a minute and a half and a quarter. I've been running around. I've been doing all kinds of shows and stuff, all kinds of conventions, and it's been so much fun. It really has. It's been kind of hectic, and that's why. That's why I also, I had a little COVID thing going on last week, a week before. Actually, it's last week and the week before. The week before is when I really had it. And then I've been in recovery ever since. So thank you. I am feeling much better now. Thank you very much. There is not much going on in terms of fatigue and stuff. And my voice, though, is just kind of rough. And it may be maybe one of those new variants where you get a little bit hoarse. So if you hear me clearing my throat like that, you'll know pretty much what's going on. Trying to catch up. Trying to catch up with everything. How you doing, folks? So good to see you. All right, so we've got little questions running in here. And let's see. We got a happy Sunday. Happy Sunday from... All right, I'm going to have to do my searching. Here we go. Duncan Seaman says... Duncan Seaman says, happy birthday, my friend. Hello. How are you, Duncan? Good to see you. Love the hat. Hey, ZZ, nice to see you. Let's see. And we've got, we got Sean Horace saying hello. Hi, Sean. I'm going to go over to you. And we're going to add you to the broadcast. There you are. Hey, Sean, what's up? Besides the conventions you attended, has your summer been so far, Bob? Well, it's been pretty good. Except for the crazy travel stuff that happened to me a couple months ago. I haven't really talked about it much, and it's, but it was pretty wild. What happened was, I don't know if have I told this story. Tell me if I've told this story already, but I'm going to blog about it in detail. I may have mentioned it on a stream before. I can't recall if I have streamed since then, but yeah, I had. My original regular old driver's license got lost in the, what was it, Gate 35C, I believe, in Denver International Airport on the way out. Somehow it dropped on the floor, got lost there. My real ID, I had already sent in an application for it. I sent in my documents and everything, but I had to hurry that up because I had a show coming up that was part of a new deal that we made. And so I was traveling sooner than I had predicted, and that meant I needed real ID, but it wasn't going to be available in time. So I thought, hey, I'll just take a train, as one does. Don't need a real ID for a train. And so I booked an Amtrak train all the way to Philadelphia from Los Angeles, and boy, was that wild. I've heard a lot of people say that they're really big fans of train travel and everything, but mine turned into a planes, trains, and automobiles kind of a situation. Long story short, second train that I was, my connection out of Chicago to Pittsburgh was canceled. I ended up on a bus for 22 and a half hours, I think it was. No sleep, basically. No sleep on the train, pretty much, because the train had some issues. So yeah, it was really interesting there for a while, especially since I had to talk my way through TSA because I didn't have any photo ID. It was wild. They do this question and answer thing where they ask you questions about, that supposedly only you would know or something like that. They get the information from one of these, consumer databases, consumer information databases. And so I managed to get through, get from Philadelphia with the kindness of TSA and correct answers. What kind of car do you own? How about the previous one? That sort of thing. Got from Philadelphia to Los Angeles. Still no real ID, so I had to go to Dallas then. Talked my way through TSA at Burbank Airport. Went to I got to by the skin of my teeth. Got to Dallas. Coming back from Dallas, they failed me. They failed the test because there was something that they didn't like. I think it was the fact that I went through so many times. And they said, so sorry about that. And then I just was kind of standing there. But the people at TSA at DFW, they apparently have discretion, and they let me on the plane because they put it all together, and after they asked me a bunch of questions, they knew who I was. So yeah, so wow, just wild, just wild. So I don't recommend losing your real ID because it's kind of tough to fly. I think I may get a spare at some point. You're not supposed to do that, I don't think, but yeah. So there's that story. I have to blog about it though because there are some other interesting details. Planes, trains, and automobiles. I didn't have John Candy with me. I think it would have been more fun if I had, or Steve Martin, either one. It would have been more fun. It was pretty wild. Pretty wild. So we got a little bit of everybody here. There's James Fields. Hey, James, how are you? Nice to see you as always. He's one of our regulars. Hello, hello, hello. And let's see. Yeah, that's a lot of stops, says Lee. That's true. Well, I was home in between the two different shows, so I had to, go to the airport again, come back. So now I've got another show coming up. I'm going to be at. As a matter of fact, I think I should probably just announce it. Let's see, which one do we have here? I think we've got. Let's see. I'm trying to figure out where I put it. My schedule. I think this is it. Yes, GalaxyCon Raleigh. That's right. July 24th to 27th. I'm going to be there all 4 days. And that's going to be fun. I love GalaxyCon. And GalaxyCon Raleigh, I haven't been there since 2019. And it's a big show. It's a really great show. Lots of fantastic fans. Lots of fun stuff. And I'm very happy to be going back to GalaxyCon Raleigh. And I'm going to be at what's in this little section called Nostalgia Alley, which is a thing that kind of magically pops up every once in a while. It's kind of like I was saying in some of my social media posts, it's kind of like Diagon Alley. It's hard to find sometimes, but there it is. Oh, it pops up at GalaxyCon Raleigh the next time. So come and find us. Come and say hello. And here's the overall schedule. Let's see, July, we got through Fan Expo in Denver in July, and that was fun. And let's see, we've got GalaxyCon Raleigh coming up 24th to 27th. Then in August, Fan Expo Boston. Then Fan Expo Chicago. So those are kind of back to back. That's going to be fun. And then in September, I've got 2 conventions. October, we may have a convention coming up in October. We'll have to see. But November, I've got at least 1 booked. December, nothing booked yet, but we're working on it. And then March of 26th, I've got 2 conventions, and there's going to be a bunch more. So everybody, stay tuned and stick with me, and we will be making announcements over the next few weeks and months. And let's see how long we can keep this rolling. All right. And we've got Funko Pops, and as long as they're available, we're probably going to be rolling right along. So, it's time for me to hydrate. Excuse me. Mm-hmm. So good. Yes, indeed. All right. So let's take a look here. Let's take a look here. So, let's see. Jeff says, Bob West planning to go to Grand Rapids, Michigan soon for announcements. Not quite sure what that means. If you are going to Grand Rapids, Michigan? I am not planning to go to Grand Rapids, although I may be in your area, not too far from there. So stay tuned. there's would be a little bit of travel involved, I think, but we've got a show that's coming up that I haven't announced yet that I should be able to announce within the next 30 days or so, something like that. And so, yeah, that will be fun. Uh, Lee. Lee says if you experience a situation in DFW, just contact Brian Epps for help if needed. Brian Epps. Brian Epps, yes, he's a lawyer now. I don't know if he handles that kind of law, although it didn't require a, a lawyer for me to get through. But now that I have my real ID, which actually did come in the mail, then no problem. No problem. So you can hear my voice is cracking up just a little bit. There we go. And Grace says, hey, I got my tickets for Fan Expo Chicago. Yay! Yay, Grace. Looking forward to meeting you in person. Awesome. And Dan, hey, Dan. Dan sent me a super chat. Thank you, Daniel Bessels. And also, what was that? 200 stars? Thank you. Thank you for both of those. Dan is rocking with Dan. Dan is rocking both super chats and stars, YouTube and Facebook. So thank you very much. He's multi-platform today. So yeah, you're lots of folks asking, are you going to fill in the blank? And if I haven't announced it yet, I can't say. So what I have to do is I have to actually wait until each of the promoters of the different shows until they announce that I am going to be there at their show, and they put it on their social media and or their website. And so when they do that, then I'm allowed to go ahead and announce. But I can't announce anything publicly until they announce. Now, I actually know about three or four more shows possibly that are already, we've already signed the contract. We know we're going. I just can't announce it until they tell me that I can. So hold on to your hats, and I will get to that as soon as I can. As soon as I can. Let's see here. And, oh, by the way, thank you so much to Grace Turk. And first of all, for getting your tickets to Fan Expo Chicago. That'd be great. Good to meet you in person. And again, apologies. I owe you a video call. My voice was really, really bad, much worse than it is right now from the COVID stuff when we were scheduled to talk with a live video chat, and I will reschedule that with you as soon as I can. I'll let you know when I'm available. After I get back from this next show, after I get back from the GalaxyCon in Raleigh, I will put out a schedule, and I'll let you know. I'm going to be open for about a week and a half, almost a week and a half after GalaxyCon Raleigh. So the first part of August, I should be able to do video chats. So if you don't know about the video chats, please come and say hello. I'm going to take care of this right now while I'm thinking about it. I've got custom video shoutouts over at Cameo. That is turned off right now because I am so busy with getting over COVID and also going to conventions. But I'm going to open that up next week when I get back from the GalaxyCon in Raleigh, and we'll make that available for Cameo. And live personal video chats, like the one I was just talking about with Grace, those are available at bobwest.com/video chats. You can book those with my little calendar there. It's very handy. And we can talk live and in person. It's a Zoom call thing. And then we've got the Planet Bob shop, where we've got all kinds of weird things going on. Like these guys here, the cult members, doing their thing with the waffles. I gotta step back. Okay, all right, I get it. What? Square frisbees. Whoa, look out. That looks dangerous. They're rowdy. They are. Those. Oh, there's that last one I always forget about. He said. But yeah, Planet Bob shop. Come to my place, and there's lots of weird merchandise there. He said, coughing. It's so nice to have a cough switch on your USB interface. So thanks. Let's see. And Brandon, let's see. Brandon had a comment about. Let's see here. Let's see. Brandon had a comment about Funko Pops, about the Barney Funko Pops. Oh yeah. Oh, cool. You've got one or two of the Barney Funko Pops. That's cool. Like Barney and Baby Bop, maybe. Those are great. I love those. So here's Barney. This is what the Barney Funko Pop looks like. Look at that guy. Isn't he handsome? He's got a big brain in there. Smarter than your average T Rex, right? All right. And then we have, right here, and we have Baby Bop. She's so cute. There she is. Look at that. Yes, love the pose. It's so funny. It's so great. Such a great job they did on the design. They really did. Look at that. She looks great. They're awesome. So yeah, those are available. You can get those. You can get those through still on Amazon through Funko. I believe they are still available on the Funko website. And so while we're talking about Funko Pops, I should probably make an official announcement of something that I had talked about before. I mentioned, and I got a little bit of I did a little bit of a photo thing. The photos are terrible, actually, of a very special custom Funko Pop. I know. I was saying, okay, it's weird. It is a Funko Pop of me. And there it is. Look at that. There I am with a microphone in my hand. Isn't that fun? I was so happy that they had, hair that kind of looks like mine. Yes. The part's even on the correct side. Isn't that amazing? And the little, yeah. And so that's what it looks like in the box. It's so funny. They didn't have a magenta shirt. Sorry. I would love to have a magenta shirt. Bob Funko Pop. It's a Bob Pop. Funko Bob. That's what they call me. But they didn't have it. But I do wear black t-shirts, so it's valid. I don't have a pair of white tennis shoes, though. That's the thing. That's the only thing that's really different. So this is one of those things where I actually make these. If you wanted to make a Funko Pop of yourself, you could do that too. That's available at the Funko website. They used to only have it down in Hollywood, at their store in Hollywood, but now they actually have it online, so it's pretty cool. But and as a matter of fact, I think I have. Speaking of which, I could put this guy together here. His glasses kind of come off. All right, gonna get this right. Here we go. This is what this guy looked like right here. There he is. Look at that. Bob on the mic. Thank you very much. Isn't that great? I love this stuff. The thing about it is that the glasses are a little bit loose, and so they can pop off sometimes. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of like rubber cement there. There's a little dent in my head where the glasses mount in. So that's him. That's me. It's kind of weird. It feels funny for me to make a Funko Pop of myself and sell it. It seems so strange. Really weird. So yeah, that's gonna be available soonish. Soonish. Oh, hey, there's Brandon Smith. Hey, Brandon Smith. Brandon's birthday. Because of COVID. Had a crazy mind. Glad you're well. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm getting better. It was actually pretty mild. Actually, it's like, I think it was almost exactly the same as I had the first time, the case that I had, except a bit lighter. Not nearly as much of the, not as much of the sleepiness, the fatigue and stuff. I never did have a really bad full body, just no energy kind of fatigue. So that's a good thing. And ladies and gentlemen, vaccines are a good thing. Let me tell you, that's, if you don't get vaccinated, you are taking your chances. And by the way, yes, vaccines are safe, except for very, 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 very extremely rare circumstances. They do not cause bad things like autism. A new study just came out. No aluminum in in certain kinds of vaccines does not cause autism. So let's get that out of the way. So be smart, be safe, be scientific, and get vaccinated because I love you and I don't want bad things to happen to you. So what else? So yeah, that was good. It was good for me, and I'm actually due for another. I'm actually due for another. Due for another. I'm saying what my video is muting or my audio is muting. Is it skipping? Up. It sounds like the stream is a little bit funky. So if it's skipping and slightly speeding up, that means there was an issue with the servers, and it will be back in a second. So is it? It should be probably cleared up by now. If it's not, well, let me know. But all better now. There you go. That's good. I figured it would only last a little bit. That's every once in a while. Communications between here and you sometimes gets a little stumbly. So, no, that was happening to everybody. That happens on the server sometimes. There you go. Jesse Ed says, you know what you could do is the glasses is tape the middle together like Harry Potter's glasses, like nerd glasses. Yes, with the white tape right there in the middle. I could do that, except it wouldn't hold the glasses on. They'd still just fall off. They would have white tape on them, but they'd fall off. So I gotta put a little dab of. I think rubber cement's gonna do it. Actually, you really want to get technical about it. You can see I don't know if you can tell, but the glasses are kind of wide compared with the head. So they kind of need to be bent. And I'm probably going to take do something with a little bit of flame and soften up plastic and try to bend it around. Not that I think you should do that at home. Be careful. So, yes, it's true. A little that'll do you. And you have to be of a certain age to know what that came from. Brill cream, right? Is that Brill cream? I think so. So yeah, if it's skipping and stuff, we're just going to keep this, keep this not too long. We're just going to hang around for a little bit more here. And I will just answer maybe a few questions, and then we will move on to other things in life. So yeah. So we're back. Freezing, skipping. Isn't that fun? All right. So thanks very much for your patience. I hope we are still getting out. I have no real business other than that to take care of today. I was going to try to get you some behind the scenes footage, but it is things have just been so hectic that I haven't been able to put that together. So I will still skipping and random pausing on Facebook. So thank everybody. I'm going to go ahead and cut this a little short. I appreciate you. I am going to sign off because we are having transmission difficulties. I don't know why. There shouldn't be any problem on my end, but that happens sometimes. So I will. Are we over on Facebook? Is it having a problem? Are we seeing? So now skipping over on. Is it skipping on YouTube or is it fine on YouTube? Still skipping and random pausing on Facebook. So it's a Facebook issue. You can run over to YouTube. Maybe it's okay over there. On YouTube I am at. Let's see. It is skipping on YouTube. Okay, well, it's skipping both places. So we'll have a little chat with Restream. Because I don't think we're having a problem here. But who knows. All right. I have had... let's see. Mark says something about closing tabs. Yeah, that's not going to help. I have no other applications open except for streaming software. I'll close everything down. But yeah. So I will. And I don't have the VPN on. But we're going to see. Well, let's see if we can do something here. I'm going to try something fun. All right. So if I get cut off here, just stand by. Actually, if I get cut off here, I'm just going to say good night for the evening. But I'm going to try to connect through another server and see if